Hi, how are you? My name is Shira7, and this is my YouTube channel. I see we have a few people. Oh, hi, everyone. It's such a beautiful day, right? Yes, come on in, ladies. Come on in. Gather round. Yes, are you coming in because of the title? Great. Welcome. Masculine ladies, yes, I can help you be more feminine. I'm using an example right now. This is how you need to talk. And you need to look beautiful as you can at all times. Okay? You have to be polished, put together, you have to dress nice, and you have to speak in a polite, feminine voice. Your skin must look soft. You must look soft. You must look like you smell good. I know there are some people that look like they stink. You don't want to be one of those people now, do you? So, speaking in a polite, feminine voice can help you a lot. Looking your best can help you a lot. Smiling, did you notice that I was smiling a lot? Smiling will help you. Um, so what you want to do is, think about those three things before you open your mouth and leave your house. If you are working on being feminine, if you know you're a masculine woman, you got to work on those three things every day. Thank you, Khadijah. I don't want to be a struggle bunny anymore. In San Francisco, they want a provider woman, so dating is hard. Wow, that's unfortunate. Become a very feminine woman and see what happens. Are there very feminine women that are out there struggling and working hard and providing for men out there? Because I just don't see that happening. Thank you for that donation. It was very generous. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, if you're very feminine, no man is going to feel comfortable asking you for money. They're not. They're going to be like, if I ask her for money, I'm going to seem uh, just as feminine as her. They want to be the masculine man because you make them feel masculine automatically by just looking cute, being, feminine with your voice and being polite and always smiling. They're going to be like, I can't ask her for money. Look at that. She's too delicate. So they will most likely, not want you to provide. But if you're a very stubborn woman and you're very loud and boisterous and loud talking, they're going to see you as a man, basically. And they're going to want you to bring in that paycheck like a man. So if you don't want to be treated like a man, then you need to act as feminine as possible. As feminine as possible. So, for example, a lot of things that you can do, like surface wise, is just, of course, hair, makeup, nails. Always got to have them nails. Hair, makeup, nails, jewelry. Have you some a lot of things in feminine colors, like pink. Like if you have a set of keys, make sure you have a cute little feminine pink keychain on it. Yes, I'm advertising, but this is just an example. You could do white, any pastel color that's very soft. You have yellow, blue, um, your attire. Don't do like straight dark colors all the time. Do like something pretty. Um, Keep your skin nice. Keep lotion so that your hands are soft. If your hands are rougher than his, he gonna want you to pay some bills. Okay. So, that's what I'm teaching my kids right now. Keep your face and your hands soft. Keep your skin soft. Put that lotion on. Sasha gets up every day and puts on her little face stuff. She has her little face lotion that she her moisturizer that she puts on after she washes her face. She has her little lotion. So, we got to teach children, especially young children, to take care of their skin, because if your skin is soft, that right there melts people. If a man with some rough hands grabs a woman's soft hand or touches her soft hand, he's gonna be like, it's like butter. I cannot ask her to do this. Oh my gosh, she's too delicate. She will rip. Thank you, Randy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hello, Shira. Your channel has helped me so much. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, you wouldn't ask her to do the dirty work because her hands might just get cut. It might get ripped. So your skin has to be very soft. Okay. Um, you need to have. I know a lot of women are physically strong, but you have to pretend like you need help. That's another thing. Don't be afraid to ask for help, even if you don't need it. And that video was from yesterday. Thank you, Kimberly. Question: the type of business I have requires me to wear a lot of athletic wear. How do I go get you some pink athletic wear, like the color pink? You know, wear feminine colors with your athletic wear. Wear perfume, body sprays. Wear makeup while you work. Look as feminine as you can in those outfits. Thank you, Amalia. Hey, Shira, you gave me advice to wear my natural hair around my sugar daddy who loves my natural hair. I wore it out yesterday and he dropped a pretty coin. You're welcome. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, if that's what he asked for, that's what you do. That's what he liked. That's go get you that coin. If they specifically ask you, then go ahead. And if you want to do something else when you're not with him, then do that too. It's your world. hmm Keep a feminine silhouette with outfits. That's true. The more you look like a woman, the more feminine you look. So if you have natural curves, wear something that accentuates those curves, but not exploits them. How about that? Thank you, MB. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't exploit yourself because that's masculine. Accentuate yourself. Okay. The difference between exploiting yourself, being masculine, and accentuating yourself and being feminine. Exploiting yourself would represent, like, if you are a man in a female body and you was trying to get paid, what would you put on? Thank you, MB girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So don't exploit yourself. Thank you, Brianna. Your advice never fails. Last night, 2 NBA players DM'd me. Any advice on a date? Sprinkle, sprinkle. They like to eat. They always like to eat. So, restaurant. Tell them to take you somewhere to eat. Expensive. They can afford it. Okay. So, don't exploit yourself because that's very masculine. I know we have a lot of examples of it in the media, but that is exploitation, which means if you were a pimp in a woman's body, how would you dress? You would exploit yourself. That is masculine. If you are a feminine woman, you don't need that to pull in men because you have natural femininity. You have that voice. You have that smile. Your skin is soft. You smell good. Your hair is nice. You take care of yourself. Your attitude is good. That is what's going to draw them in versus, a quick glance and want to wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you, Kenya Robinson. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Working from home 100%. Thanks, Shira. Just had to drop in for my offering. Oh, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sunny. Thank you, girl. Sunny Gummy Bear. That's a cute name. What about tomboys wanting to be feminine? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start wearing feminine clothes. That's where it starts. You know how when you wear a certain type of lingerie under your clothes, you feel a certain way? Start wearing some lingerie under your clothes. Start wearing more feminine colors. Start wearing, instead of sneakers, you can start off by doing flats if you just don't know how to walk in heels, and then go from there to maybe some sandals, some sparkly, some glitter, some something, I don't know. But take it in steps so that you're comfortable with it and just keep evolving into a more feminine, look. Thank you, Ragaza. I'm feminine and have a soft voice naturally, but how do you stay feminine when men try to disrespect you and get cry? Crying is feminine. Sprinkle, sprinkle, cry. I'm 59. He says I look 36, a delicate flower, and I always know what and how to say. He says I'm so feminine and deserve the best. That's right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You look young, girl. Go ahead. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, uniquely, Vicky. Okay. So, yes, that feminine charm will work wonders. Oh my goodness. Like, um, another thing is having a good attitude. Feminine women aren't upset all the time. They don't have bad attitudes. They try to look, you know, for the best. And they like to see the best in you. Even though they know the worst, they pretend to see the best. Anyway, thank you, RK. You have no idea how my life has changed because of you. Thanks, you. Oh, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm glad it's changing. You did all the work. I'm just talking. So, you know, um, yes, smell is also really good. Okay. So, in your feminine sensuality, what you want to use are the three unseen forces. Now we're going to get into some science. Okay. When Tesla was talking about 3, 6, and 9, he was talking about unseen forces having power. Now, this is more from my other channel, but I'm going to tell you how to work it for your advantage. So, sound is an unseen force. So, your voice is an unseen force, baby. Smell. You can't see smell. That's an unseen force. Perfume. Okay. Thought. Your mind, your frequency of your thought, how you manifest is an unseen force. Think what you want and you'll be vibrating. Think that you're feminine. Think that you're beautiful. Think that you're the best thing he gonna ever get. And that frequency will go out like a manifestation. And that's what they gonna feel when they're near. So those three unseen forces will help you remain feminine in their eyes, in their mind. Okay, so thank you, Supernova. Why do men offer to help me and then back down? Because they're getting temporary satisfaction from you for saying that they're going to help you. That means you're responding in a positive way because they said that they were going to help you. And that's all that they wanted was the positive response and the way that you were impressed by them, the way you made them feel by treating them a certain way after they only told you that they were going to help you. You should have remained treating them the exact same as if they never said a thing, because until they put that money in your hand, it's not the truth. Okay. So you don't get happy. You just say, okay, and don't change your attitude. Well, that's nice to know. Mhm. You know, oh, the dinner's fine. It's great. So what are you doing? Okay. Not don't be impressed by nothing. And then say, well, I really appreciate you offering to help me. So, let's go to the ATM because I really need to get that in soon. Okay. Thank you, Randy. How do you know all these things? Very insightful. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I have a lot of free time because I don't work and I read. Thank you, Randy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Jay. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I was masculine in a relationship. Can I turn things around so he will look at me differently more? Yeah, start acting very feminine. Start acting very feminine. Stop trying to control. You control through him being weak because of your feminine side, your femininity. So you can't control being masculine. You can't control another man with masculinity. You can only control them with femininity. Okay. If you are able to control them with feminine charm, you have full control. Okay. Because they're weak behind you. They control themselves because of your femininity. You know, just like I was saying earlier, when you're very feminine and soft and you have nails and you're just a little dainty thing, or you don't have to be little, but you're just, I I, I can't do that. It's no, no, no. My nails are, my hands are too soft, they will rip. you know they would never dare ask you to do such things because it's almost as if they're asking a little child to do it or some old lady to do it, some helpless person to do it. So they feel even more masculine and empowered to go out and do something so that you don't have to go work. They'll, apply for a job that is harder, or, they'll go for that promotion, or they'll open that business because they want to feel like they can take care of you. And so you control them like that. You control them with the unseen forces. They remember your smell, your voice. They imagine your voice in their head saying, "Oh, well, I'm hungry," or "How are we gonna see with no light?" Or "What about the car?" They hear that in their mind, and they're like, "Oh God, I can't deal with that. I have to go out and be a man and do something." But if you're a masculine woman, you know what they hear instead? "You won't ever do nothing right. You can't keep no job. Ooh, you get on my nerves." Blah blah. That's they hear, and that's like, "Oh my God, I'm out of here." Thank you, Charzy B Sprinkle Sprinkle. I love your channel. I love your channel. Can locks be part of a leveled up lifestyle if they are well maintained with hairstyles that work? Sprinkle Sprinkle, thank you for the donation. If like the lady above, I think you might have missed her. I don't know if you just tuned in. She says that her sugar daddy prefers her natural hair, and so she took off her wigs. So it's all about preference. If you know that the person has a preference, or if you understand, what people prefer, and you are in front of one and they tell you they like it and they're willing to pay them bills and stuff, and you're very feminine, I think being hyper feminine, super feminine can also help many people who may not have been attracted to, locks before, take a second look. You know what I mean? Because whenever you hear a beautiful feminine voice, don't you like do a double take of the person? Like, don't you turn around and see who that is talking? And even if they're not the spectacle of, what um, even if they're not the standard of beauty, you find beauty in them because they look better because of how feminine their voice is and how they carry themselves. So I'm not saying that it's not attractive. I'm saying anyone who didn't find it attractive before may find it attractive now, depending on your level of your feminine charm. So, you can make anything work with your femininity. And if that person prefers it, even better. hmm You have, Gosh, if you're a beautiful woman but dressed like a tomboy, will men treat you differently? Um, Probably. You could have some ugly face chick walk in, but be feminine with a beautiful dress and heels on, and they will flock to her and leave your side, baby. Okay. So yeah, put that dress on, put them heels on, or something. Y'all know what happens. Ask a man. Thank you, Supernova, Laura, Sprinkle Sprinkle. How to deal with men that ask you to pay them back. Block, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I will never take I will never take money from a man who expects me to pay them back. Sorry. I don't need it that bad, baby. Um, I'm like, no, that's okay. You keep it. I don't want to take anything from you. You might need that. I only accept financial gifts, not loans. Okay. Black. Okay. So don't how to stop caring when parents don't support your level of your parents aren't going to support everything you do. There's probably a lot of things you do that your parents don't support, but you do them in secret. So why do you care? Think about it like that. My parents wouldn't support me doing A, B, C, and D, so they know it's going to lead to some stuff that they probably won't support either. That's what they're. So, do you support it though? Because are your parents going to support you until you die? Probably not. So then you need to figure out how to support yourself or get somebody else to support you because it's not really about them unless you live for them. I just don't care because it's my capital M, my life. Okay. Mhm. The writer in Canada is not funny at all. What? Oh, y'all must be talking to each other. Okay. You're getting rhinoplasty. Should you go for a hyper feminine elf? Don't I say if your nose look fake, that's not feminine. If you don't get a nose job, get one that looks real, like you didn't do nothing to it. Don't get one that you can tell somebody did nose job. Y'all should have learned. When you see those people on TV that look like plastic surgery, you don't want to look like that. Mhm. Don't, yeah, keep it natural, like it's a natural nose. And okay, so a feminine woman speaks in a polite, feminine voice. She smiles and she's like, "Oh, that's so nice. You're so you're so interesting. That's amazing. Wow, really?" When someone is speaking and they hear an extremely feminine voice, they turn to see who's talking. That's the type of voice you need. That is the type of voice that gets you paid. And that is the type of voice that you need to get these men to give you money. Okay. Not no regular. I'm going to say regular, real regular. Not no regular voice. Not this regular voice. Do y'all remember A Different World when Whitley was always talking like, y'all remember my character? And I was talking like I was from the South with that real feminine voice, and how Whitney was like extra hyper feminine, or Whitley was extra type, feminine type with that voice. And people will look around to see who's talking when she started talking. So you don't have to do the Southern accent, please. But just the voice and the femininity that goes with it is what make men, melt and do whatever you need them to do. So yeah, her name is Jasmine Guy. So that's what you gotta kind of understand, that it's that amount of femininity that attracts a very masculine man, or will make a feminine man feel masculine anyway and maybe tap into his more masculine side. So it will also help men tap into their more masculine side the more feminine you are. You know. So if you ever watch hold on, I have something. If you ever watch someone and they're very masculine, it makes you feel feminine and you don't even have to do anything. The Rock comes stand next to you with all his muscles and you know pick you up. You could be in some man's clothes and still feel feminine because of his amount of masculinity. So imagine how your amount of femininity will make the average man feel. Okay. So that's what you need to practice every day. Now, I'm talking in my regular voice. This is how I talk. When I want something, oh, that voice change. When I'm out and about and I know I need to get some extra privileges or some extra something, here come that feminine voice. Them kids be looking at me crazy, but they know what I'm doing. Like, but guess what? Mom, we got front row. Mom, they gave us a good table. Mom, they gave us free this. Mom, we got free appetizer. Okay. So use it. Um, why is it a woman's job to make a man feel more masculine? Or why can't they man up because it's not your job. If you want to get his pockets, It's an easier job than going clocking in and working for somebody else, for other man. Okay. It's not your job, but it is your power. It's not a job. It's a superpower. Okay. Just like it ain't Superman's job to save the world, it's a superpower. So you still have free will. You don't have to make a man do nothing. You just be your feminine self, and he's automatically gonna feel that way. Okay. And you win too. So, we don't like feminine women don't have that attitude. Well, why I gotta do this and why I gotta do that? And you know what? We understand our power. When you understand the feminine power, you don't see it as a job. You see it as a perk. You see it as free appetizers, free front row, early entry, bills paid. Okay. So you got to start viewing it like that. The more masculine a man feels, the more you get away with, the less you got to do, the less you pay. Okay. The more he lifts you up on a pedestal. So it is not your job, it is your superpower. Use it or lose it. Hmm. Hmm. Right. So, do you think funny women who guys actually find funny are masculine or eternal? Well, y'all see me. I'm not funny when I'm trying to get paid. Oh, from me. I'm not funny when I'm trying to get perks. I'm funny on here with you guys because um it is not one of my superpowers to get paid, you see. So, I would say use it among friends and people that you are not trying to use your feminine power on, and then stay feminine around the man you want to support and provide for you. Okay. You don't have to be funny for everybody. Okay. People have no idea the type of person I am because I put on a different air when I go out. I put on a different voice. I do this, I do that because that's my superpower. Just like Superman go on the phone booth and change, so do I. And when I get back home, I'm back in my Clark Kent or whatever, Supergirl, whatever, whoever. But it's your superpower, and that's what you do to get the results that you get. And I think a lot of people's issue with leveling up and getting men to do certain things for them, it's because they're not feminine enough. When a man goes out, when he's on Tinder or whatever, swiping, and he sees a beautiful woman, in his mind, he thinks you're gonna be smelling good, soft, extra feminine, smiling all the time, because this is how men envision women as feminine. And then when you get up there with a frown, and I don't know, he's like, "Ooh, this ain't it," you know. But if you're like, "Thank you so much. This is a lovely place. I love it. Wow, I'm impressed. So, how was your day? It's very beautiful outside. Did you see? Yes. So, how was your day? What did you do? I'm really interested." Well, I fired 10 people from my company because they were stealing from me. But, oh, you run a company? Really? You must be very smart. Oh, yeah, I graduated this top of my class in A, B, C, and D. Oh, wow. You went to college? Oh, so what did you study? Oh, I studied chemical engineering and A, B, C, and D. Oh, really? All I know is E equals MC squared. Then he gonna start talking about that. You know, so something like that. Don't be sitting up there, "So what do you do for a living?" You don't don't be sitting up there like that. Use your feminine voice. Make every man in that restaurant turn to see who that man with, cause she's so feminine. His wife over there like, "What you looking at?" You wanna be the envy. Mhm. So it says sound condescending. Yes, because you're being a feminine woman, which is what men want. You don't want to sit up there and be his coworker or his colleague or his buddy. Because if he wanted to go eat dinner with his buddy or his colleague, he'd be there with them. You know, a woman can totally X herself out by being too masculine. You know, you want to give the fantasy. That's what gets you in the fantasy. You know, just like the opposite of what they're doing in those Disney fairy tales. They give you this Prince Charming, a rich prince that's handsome and has a castle and looking just happens to be looking for a wife. Those are all the things you want rolled up in one, right? The fantasy. And when you think about what men want, oh, they want the princess. They want the beautiful, charming, feminine princess. And that's what they want. But, you know, we don't understand that and we give them just some whatever. And then when they don't call you back or they don't give you no money, you wonder why. And you're like, oh, what's wrong? Da, 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 da. No, the fantasy was broken. They don't see you as a princess anymore. And so they're not going to treat you like one. Okay. So you have to remain that way. Um, you said the baby voice does wonders. It sure does. Just try it. Try it when you check out, when you buy something, when you go, just try it on normal people, even women. It works. Try the feminine voice and smile on just random people that you interact with on a daily basis and watch how things change. Okay. Then try it on a man that you're trying to date or who's, taking you out or whatever. Or, um, mm, you said, yeah, it works on women too, right? It works on masculine women too because they feel so masculine and they want to help you too. If you're a naturally masculine woman and you see a very feminine woman, you will rush to help her too because the effect and the power that femininity has even works on women who are masculine. Hmm. What about men who have been used? Everybody been used. What about them? Okay. Everyone has been used. The toilet has been used. Do you stop going to the toilet? So, everyone has been used. If they're telling you that they've been used, it's because they don't really like you and they're not trying to commit to you at all. So if you hear, oh, I've been used, red flag, you ain't the one. Because a man will never reveal his weakness to a woman because it makes him look weak. And they don't want to look weak in front of you, especially if you're feminine. They only tell you that because they don't want to promise you anything. They don't want to commit to you and they don't want you thinking that they are. So they tell you first straight up, I've been used. I don't want you. We gonna be here for tonight and tonight only. Maybe another couple of times, but I ain't finna be your boyfriend. I ain't finna do nothing for you. I've been used. Basically, it's the same thing as calling into work saying you have diarrhea, so they don't question you because they don't want to talk about what you got going on in the bathroom, even though you up there, chilling and having a good off day. It's the same thing. It's saying that to make yourself embarrassed so that they don't question you. It's the same thing. So if a man says I've been used and he's laying out all his weaknesses, you ain't the one. Don't even bother going on date two, three, or four or giving it up to him. Move on. Hmm. So, how to be in the same room as successful people and stand out. Feminine voice, baby. You can have a room full of successful people, but you hear that little voice come through. Excuse me. Everybody gonna stop what they're doing and look at you. Have on a feminine color. Smile. You're going to look at the exact opposite of everybody in there. Okay. Femininity will win over all of that. All them rich men who are successful are going to turn around and come to you. Who's that? You know. So when I'm telling y'all the unseen forces, the voice, the smell, and the thinking, you know, is going to get you what you want, especially if it's in a feminine aspect. Please tell you how to deal with women who hate on your femininity. Treat them like a man. Oh, oh my goodness. Mm. Well, I'm sorry. Start talking to him like a man. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I didn't know you were standing there. Why are you always dressed up all the time? Oh, because I love to feel pretty. Well, why do you wear a lot of makeup? It's because my skin is, it's very soft and makeup lays really good on it. And, you know, why you always talk? Why do you talk like that? Oh, I don't know. This is how I talk. Play the game. Thank you, Dina. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Provider wants a homemaker, but I'm still working part time. How do I convince him to tell me to quit? He pays all bills, but wants me to have income. Girl, go get another one. Run. That ain't no provider. What are you saying? Provider wants you to have income. That's not providing. You got the words mixed up. Provider means provide money. You know what I'm saying? So he's not a provider if he wants you to have money or, earn money. It's nice to earn your own money, but if that's a requirement, he's not a provider. Okay. So, mm, that means he don't want to give you no spending change. He's gonna pay the bills that he was already gonna pay in the house that he was already gonna live in, but he wants you to pay for your own stuff. So that's not providing. No. Next, you got to get another one, baby, or on the side if you're married. You gotta go get another one, or you can't call him a provider anymore. Hmm. So, how do you respond to emotional needy boyfriend? How to use it to my advantage? Emotional needy boyfriend. I break up with him and go get a masculine man, or I act extra feminine so that he is forced to be in his masculine. You need to act extra feminine so he is forced to be in his masculine. Okay. If you cry, he can't cry. What y'all gonna do? Cry together? You can't be the strong one. He got to be the strong one. You got to start crying. You got to start acting emotional and needy so he can man up, girl. Or you can just go get a masculine man. You followed my tips to the T and got him to buy you a trip to Jamaica on the first date. I told him I would come to his house straight from the airport and spend the night. How do I get out of that? Delayed flight. Mhm. Storm a coming. Delayed flight. Okay. But then, you know, somebody got to die. Some fake aunt. She got to pass away as soon as you get home. You got to go straight to that funeral. Now you're in mourning, et cetera, et cetera. All right. Right. So, if the princess image has been broken, how do you get it back? Become her again, reinvent her. You know, all of a sudden, just start being girly. Go get your nails done, wear makeup every day, start talking in a more feminine tone, don't argue, cry to get your way instead. Um, Just flip the script. Keep going and just become that. Thank you, Candake. Candake's Corner, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I ask men to reach items for me in the grocery store and they break their necks to do it. Feminine charm gets them charged. That is so true. Yes, that's how you meet men with money in the grocery store. You ask them to reach an item. Um, or you drop something. If you're tall, you know you can reach it, and then you drop something. Because I'm pretty tall, but there are shelves that I can't reach still. So mhm. Thank you, Naima. Looks, sprinkle, sprinkle, more feminine. How do I get into dating now? You go out and you need to turn heads with your voice and how you smell and how feminine you are. That's what's going to get you attention from men, So you have to look feminine, act feminine, um, talk feminine, and you will naturally attract men asking you out, especially if you are in a nice area where there's, money. That's what you got to do. You got to put on that extra feminine charm. Hmm. Do feminine women intimidate men when you look so good? Well, that's why it's like if you're very feminine, and I always say to play dumb, sometimes playing dumb can alleviate their intimidation. Because if they think you're beautiful and smart, they're going to be intimidated. So you got to play a little dumb. If you cute, you got to play dumb. You got to be extra feminine, like you're not going to try to control them, but really you are controlling them through your feminine ways. You say you like my makeup? I did this look on my beauty channel. If y'all are interested. Ashira Star. Um, One baller says we just get weak. Thank you for your input. See, even one baller says we just get weak with the feminine charm. You know, I think a lot of masculine women are working against themselves and, you know, they don't really understand what's wrong. And the answer is just so simple. Um, I don't control nobody. Mhm. That's good. Dress feminine indoors ideas. Well, back in the old days, they had, like in the 50s and 60s, they had what they called house dresses. They look like stuff you would wear out today to a nice place. So they would still be dressed in the house. It didn't matter, you know, because a lot of people had company back then, or, a lot of people came to your house back in the old days. So you always had to look good. You can't just walk around looking crazy. The mailman, the milkman, the Tupperware lady, um, your friend, your neighbor, um, stuff like that. They didn't have cell phones and computers back then, so you had to talk to each other for real. So you always looked decent in case you had company or in case, family stopped by or, somebody stopped by. You got to look good. Um, so just practice looking cute in your house. Like even if you don't want to wear clothes, get you some pretty lounging clothes, something in a feminine color. Um, get you some pretty robes or some pretty slippers and stuff like that. Keep some, if you don't want to do a lot of makeup, just at least do some lipstick and your hair needs to be done. But you need to look feminine even at home. Right. I found some vintage house dresses and I wear them out in public because they're that pretty. These people used to wear this in the house. I'm like, dang, I wear that out. Thank you. Think about it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Want to buy your bag keyring? Do you ship to Canada? Um, I only sell these on Poshmark, which is like US shipping only. But I might be able to Put some on Etsy. I might put some on Etsy, and I could ship to Canada through Etsy. So I might do that. We'll see. But thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I'll try. I'll try to do it though. Maybe like a couple of them for those who want. Um, mhm. There are so many masculine women out there. There are, and they don't even realize they're masculine. Just because you put on makeup and wear a certain outfit and perfume does not make you feminine, you know. So you also have to understand that it's not what you wear, it's how you are. Okay. So if you have a very dominant presence or a very masculine presence, which means you're loud, you boss people around a lot, you're easily angered, you don't smile, you always got an attitude, um, you wear pants all the time and sneakers, you are masculine. So if that is you and you want to become more feminine, you got to change all of that. Thank you, She Bad. Sprinkle Sprinkle. How to deal with a guy who refuses to plan dates. Well, men don't see dating like women do. Not all men date the same. So not everybody's a planner, you know. So you plan the date and you tell him where you want him to take you. And then if it's expensive or he don't like it, then he will start planning the dates. If he says, wow, why did we go here? This is weird. Da, da, da," then you can say, well, you can start planning the dates. Because if I start planning them, we're going to be going to a lot of weird places. Okay. Ask James. I took him to the National Funeral Museum. Thank you, Flower Power. Sorry, Mr. R. How did I get what? How do I get cash from a single guy with a baby? Well, if he has the money, he'll probably be able to give it to you if you're very feminine and he likes you. If he broke, he might ask his mama for it. I don't know. But I really wouldn't be bothered trying to get money out of someone who doesn't have a lot of money. I would aim higher. So if he doesn't have a lot of money, just go aim higher. If he has money, put on that feminine charm. Sure, please do a video on how to know if a provider is low key gay. Girl, if you think it, he is. If you gotta ask the question, bypass him. Okay. You should never even think that. If you do, walk because he probably is. You shouldn't have to question that. That should not be a question in your mind, baby. Um, well then you know. Now you know. Thank you, Tia. Sprinkle Sprinkle. How to deal with the idea of him dying before the kids are a certain age. We haven't had kids, just waiting, weighing my options. Girl, a young man can die in a car accident tomorrow. It don't matter. Everybody gotta die. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think I really wouldn't worry about it. Some people outlive young people. Like James's mom is 93 years old. So does he have longevity in his family? Does he have bad health? Why would you be afraid of him dying? If he ain't got bad health and if he has longevity in his family, he gonna be around. If everybody dead and he the only one left, I hope you got insurance. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You'll be a young widow and they'll have a stepdad maybe one day. For me, I look at it logically, you know, I look at it logically. So that's how you got to look at it, like logic. How do play dumb because I can't hide my frustrations when why can't you hide your frustrations? Work on that. That's what you need to work on, hiding your frustrations. You know, you hide your frustrations when you absolutely have to, so hide them. Work on that. That's what you need to work on. I I'm frustrated a lot, but I hide it well. Especially when I get the same question every day. Anyway, sure. How to know if you are masculine when it comes to your behavior? You know you're masculine if you're masculine. If you're not, if you don't feel like a lady after you finish doing whatever you're doing, talking, walking, dressing, acting, whatever, then you know it's not the most feminine you could be. So my thing is, do you make other men around you flock to you to help you? Do you make them feel masculine? That's how you know. Okay. When people will do anything for you, that's how you know you ain't masculine. So, um, how to know if you dressed masculine? If you're walking and someone doesn't rush up from behind you and open the door for you, you're dressed not in a very feminine way, because when men see a woman in a skirt or a dress and heels and a purse and she smells good and she's like, he will rush from behind, even if he don't know her, swoop up and open the door before she walks into the building. He don't even have to know her. Okay, so if you have men slowing down so they ain't got to open the door for you, or if you have men just holding the door open for you after they didn't already walked in before you, you need to be more feminine. Mhm. Um, so mhm. Shira, do you think eating on camera is masculine like a mukbang channel? It depends on what you're eating, and manners are also very important when it comes to being feminine. So if you can do it in a feminine way, it could be feminine. But if you over there sitting there cracking crabs with long, giant, ratchet fingernails and sucking on claws, that's not feminine. I could understand eating a salad or eating something else, but when you doing all of that, like I've seen those seafood mukbangs, no, not feminine. Do that off camera. Um, Feminine women have a feminine voice. They smell good. They're soft. They're smiling all the time. They make any man feel masculine when they are around them. They are very, very, they look good. They're dressed. They're wearing feminine colors. Their hair, makeup is done. Their nails are done. They're very polished and put together. The leveled up feminine woman, anyway. And they don't have a bad attitude. They're nice. Even if they gotta be mean, they're nice, nasty. Um, they cry instead of argue. They don't try to control you. They just make you weak so that you do whatever they want you to do by their feminine charm and their feminine voice. So it's the exact opposite of someone who is very domineering, controlling, masculine, loud, and you know, uh, with bad attitude. It's the opposite of that. So you would want to, and the way that they dress is more um, flattering than being exploited. Like um, it's more flattering than it is, looking like you're being exploited. Thank you, Julie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you said you're controlling. Yep, gotta let that go if you want to be considered feminine. You can control in a different way. You can still be controlling, but it has to be in a feminine form through your vulnerability, through your vulnerability. So, for example, like if your man don't call or text and tell you where he been, and you usually, where you been? Why you didn't text me back? Where you been? Here's the feminine way to deal with that. When he walks in, Be like this and crying. Why are you sad? What happened? Why are you crying? You didn't text me back. I thought something happened to you. I thought you were in a car accident. I didn't know what to think. But you didn't text me back. And I was just like, does he still love me? Now, every time you text, he gonna imagine you crying. It's going to hurt his heart. Because men don't like to see women cry, especially feminine women. So he gonna text you back. Now, if you sit up there, why you text me back? Who you was with? That's what he's gonna hear when he don't text you back. So that is how you control in the feminine way versus the masculine way. If you don't care if he texts you back or call, then don't you have to do any of it. Okay. You could be out with your friends having lunch or happy hour or somewhere with your friend doing something because you have a life and you don't have to do any of that. But if you are trying to control him, that's how you do it. But you don't yell, you don't argue. You use your feminine power to get what you need to get done. And I guarantee you, he gonna call you or text you back because he's gonna remember that. Or she's gonna be crying the next time I get home if I don't. So there are different ways to do different things, and they're more beneficial. So just that's why I tell a lot of ladies, you gotta think. You gotta sit there and think about it just for a little while. Take a whole day to just think. If I changed this and did that instead, how different would my life be? A lot of you guys are so busy and so reactive instead of, you don't think about a lot of things. You react to everything and when you react to everything, that means everything else controls you and you are not in control at all. When you react to everything, you don't have control. When you think and then react, you have control because you had time to think about what you want to do, how you want it to come out, what you want to say, how do you want to be perceived, how do you want to manipulate him. You took the time to think, so now you are in control. Everyone who thinks they're controlling someone is actually being controlled, especially if they are very reactive. So calm down and think, and you will have more control than you ever could imagine. Okay. So think, slow down, stop reacting. If you're reacting, something else is controlling you. Okay. If you react, whoever you are reacting to controls you. Think about that. So if they want to go out tonight with their boys to the strip club, what does your boyfriend have to do? Get you upset, mad, so that you react by cussing him out and telling him he ain't this and that, breaking up with him or, telling him you mad and he's going to storm out and say, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to my mom's house or I can't stay here with you acting like that. Now he's going to be on the phone. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to meet you there. We're going to the strip club. Oh, I got to go to ATM first. And then he going to give your money to some stripper. And you're going to be sitting up there mad because he knows how to control you because you are reactive. So, if he can't get out the house, what he gonna do? Uh, did you text me? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Um, what'd you cook? Nothing. But I'm hungry. Why don't you cook? You don't never cook. Da 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 da. Da, da, da. I think the stove is broke. Will you check it? It worked fine. Oh, well, it wasn't working earlier. Darn it. What you want to eat, baby? What you want? Well, I want fried chicken. I want this. I want this. I want that. Well, I'm on a health kick, and you need to watch your cholesterol. We can go to the grocery store, and or we can go to the grocery store and pick out some healthy food. You can't get out the house. He's stuck. Then he gonna be in the bathroom. Dog, I can't go. I can't go. Nah, I'm in. He can't control you. You control the situation. Thank you, Shade Therapy. Thank you for all the advice. It's so helpful. My question: I like to talk about things and debate a little bit with my partner. Help me do that with other people. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's your help. Don't do it with your partner. Do it with other people. Find somebody else that can debate with you and debate with them. Do not debate with your partner. You do not want to be seen as as competition. That makes you masculine. A feminine woman can never compete with a masculine man on the same level. You are in competition. You are masculine. He is competing against you in a masculine way. You know, so debate somebody else you don't care about. But when it comes to your partner, you don't debate. They can talk. You can say, "Oh wow, that's interesting. You're so smart." You know, you don't debate. Why are you debating? You can have two separate opinions. They don't have to be the same. So playing the victim card becomes half becomes a habit and makes you stay in an endless cycle of misery. It's not really the victim. You're not really a victim. You're acting to gain power. See, a real victim don't know they got no power. A fake victim has all the power. Y'all got to learn that. Y'all ever notice how when I say, well, if you're going to act like this, you need to use the power? Don't really be a victim. Don't really be stupid. Just act stupid. It takes a smart person to act dumb. It takes a smart person to act like a villain to use that as a power play. I mean, did I say villain? Victim. So you're not dumb at all. You're actually super smart if you can get what you want. You just appear dumb, appear like a victim because you control the situation. Um, just like Undercover Boss, baby. Y'all ever seen that show, Undercover Boss? They don't walk in looking like the boss. They walk in looking like a new worker so they can see exactly what's going on. And then they have more control over their own company than they did as the owner because they see now what they couldn't see before. So, yeah. Mhm. What if he's really into politics and you don't care for it? Just agree with him. Just agree with him. Yeah, you're right. Totally agree. Well, I don't really know, but it's so impressive that you know all this stuff. Maybe you can teach me. I'm more into fashion. I'm more into, you know, other things. But I trust your word for it. Okay? Your husband likes you to argue and debate, so I make sure to agree with him on everything he says. Good for you, girl. You done learned. They be trying to get out of stuff, make you mad to forget stuff. Mm-mm. They might have a big job that they're supposed to be doing around the house, and I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like, you know, cleaning the garage. I don't feel like, going out in the backyard and doing what I said I was gonna do. So I'm gonna pick a fight so I can leave. Mm-mm, you staying right here, baby. That's so nice. That's okay. Da 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 da. Then they'll just give up and go do what they're supposed to be doing, child. Um, how to act feminine but not be seen as a too nice girl. He can make a full have standards. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you have standards and you're feminine, he can't take advantage of them because your standards won't allow you to allow him to think that he can make a fool of you. Keep your standards. Thank you, Anon, Jen, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Boyfriend used helping daughter with her exams as an excuse to not go out with me on his birthday. Tomorrow, how to retaliate. I want to break up with him, but two pearls first. Okay, okay. So I would I would go out anyway. It's his birthday. I mean, I would go out anyway by myself. I would go freestyling or just go out and have fun with my friends if you have friends and start posting up some pics on social media. And when he see you out having a good time and he's wherever he is, he's gonna be like, well, dang, they look like they're having more fun than I did. And A, B, C, and D. And don't give him no birthday present. I missed your birthday. You shouldn't be giving him a present anyway. So don't get him a gift. Tell him, well, you missed your birthday. My gift was somewhere else. My gift was a surprise. So I guess you'll never know. Thank you for that donation. Okay. Thank you, Melissa. Hi, Shira. What if your guy gets mad when you start crying? What other feminine thing can you do to soften him up? What do you mean he get mad if you start crying? If crying doesn't work, agree with him. Just agree with him and do what you're gonna do anyway. Well, you could be right. Don't agree with him 100%. Just say you could be right. Don't say you are right. This way, you're not really giving in. It's like, well, you could be right. You could be right. It doesn't bother me. Okay. And just look like you're really disappointed. Just look like, and whatever you do when you're sad and mopey, go start doing that thing. Like everyone has like a thing they do when they're sad or something. Drawing, watching Hallmark movies, sipping a glass of wine, taking a bubble bath. Have a direct action that lets him know that you're sad or, trying to do something to make yourself happy. And go do that after the argument, not the argument, but the conversation, because you shouldn't be arguing with him. And so he'll know that you're sad and he'll try to make it up to you. But stay sad. Don't be mad, be sad. So that's the best thing I can give to you. Be sad. Mhm. How to fake cry? I don't know. If you can't fake cry, then get you some Visine or some eye drops and get to acting. Or think about something sad. If a woman wants your money, she gotta earn it. Well, you must be dealing with masculine women. Because see, the same guys that say stuff like that will melt for a feminine woman. All those guys in the comments talking noise, it's a different story face to face, baby. Okay. They all just online. As soon as you see them, oh, can I help you? Want to open the door for you? What's your name? Hi. You come here a lot? Maybe y'all acting extra, trying to stand up extra straight and stuff. Mm-mm. We already know. We know the deal. Our presence is our power. When we're standing there, it's a whole different story. Y'all talk noise online. As soon as you see a woman, what you do? Straighten up. So, hmm we know the truth. We know our power. We know all we got to do is, excuse me, sir, and we get whatever we want. Anyway, that doesn't work on every man though. I work on enough of them. That's good enough for me. Okay. There's no MGTOW in real life. There's sure not, because I ain't never seen one, never seen a T-shirt, never seen them walking around with no sign picketing, never seen anybody acting like one and straight up. So I've never seen one, but I have seen leveled up women. I have seen gold diggers, but I ain't never seen no, never. That only exists online. Um, I want to cry. Watch if you want to cry, watch PETA videos. Some people that don't bother either. You know, what if you see your boyfriend flirt with another woman while you were in the bathroom? Do you react when you come out? Back to the table. Girl, that ain't your boyfriend if you flirting with another woman, girl. Okay, that ain't your boyfriend. Y'all in an open relationship. To me, that would be indication that you are in a open relationship. And I wouldn't say anything. I would just have fun in my open relationship. You know what I'm saying? If you go to the bathroom and your man is flirting with another woman, what do you think he does when you ain't even with him? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got an open relationship. They ain't your boyfriend. Unless, you know, you claim him. This I hope you ain't paying no bills. If you paying bills, that's not your boyfriend. Right. You feel like being a single mother has made you masculine? Well, that can happen. That's why you have to act extra feminine. If you're especially if you're a single mother, you still got to wear your feminine colors. You still got to do your hair, makeup, nails, etc., etc. If you have to discipline your child by acting masculine, make that a temporary mode and go right back into feminine mode. You know, don't stay in masculine mode. Why can't you stay in feminine mode and switch to masculine mode when it's only necessary? Um, right. Is it okay to interact feminine with other men while on the phone? Yeah. No. Well, if that's how you act all the time, that's the only way he knows. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a boyfriend and you're always feminine around him, then it's not going to be a big deal to be feminine on the phone to other people because that's just who you are, right? But if you're always faking it, or if he doesn't know you're faking it, then it might be a red flag for him. So you gotta stay feminine. Hmm. So you did it with your husband. You act feminine with your husband. He gives you gifts every other day up until Valentine's without me asking. It works. Okay. Yep. I gotta start turning on my feminine charm again with James so I can get me a good Valentine's gift. I done already got me a good Christmas gift. I gotta turn it right back on. Valentine's coming right up. Breaking out all my pink. I gotta start breaking out my pink again and my dresses. Got a pink dress I gotta break out. Mhm. That's how you get them good gifts. Look, I don't go anywhere, you know, but I dress like I'm going everywhere. And when he sees me, he knows, like, okay, well, I can't get her nothing stupid. I got to get her something that she likes. She likes to dress nice. She likes to look pretty. What does pretty ladies like? Jewelry, purses. Okay, don't come in here with something stupid. Don't buy me no rice maker. Okay, don't come in here with some board games. Come in here with some jewelry, perfume, shoes. So when people try to buy you a gift, they think about your personality and what you like. So that's another indicator on how to get stuff that you want. Be what you want, you know? I want women that make me feel masculine so I don't have to be worried about arguing with her and the sex will be good. Okay, well, that makes sense to me. That's a good point. I never would even thought about that. He says that the sex is better with a feminine woman. Ooh, thank you for that input. And I'm pretty sure it makes sense, and it probably is. Um, your father of the child has forced you into the masculine role by quitting his job. I'm the only one working. What do I do? Quit your job too and force him back into the masculine role. File that child support too. Reason why is because you allowed yourself to be in the masculine role by even having a job. You know, if he had a job, you should have quit yours before he could quit his. Or file that child support. Either one. Can I wear a ponytail on my first date with a sugar daddy, or should I wear a wig or straighten my hair? It's past my. However you look on the picture, if you met him online, that's how you need to look because they don't want to show up. You did not. They don't want to see something different when they show up. If you met him online, wear what you look like online, okay? Because he ain't gonna recognize you. If you met in person, look familiar. Wouldn't you hate that? You see you met someone and their picture is not the same when you met them in real life. Not good. Then you change it up after they get to know you so that you can add some variety. hmm So, Shira, do you think men should get anything for Valentine's Day? They don't really expect anything that much, I don't think, rather than, just some candy or, the Dollar Tree is fine. They got all your needs. Get them a little cheap box of chocolate and a dollar teddy bear, and that will be fine. Hey, so when freestyling playing hit this role in high class places, but they see our car after, does that no? As long as your car ain't nicer than his, as long as your car is not nicer than his, he's fine. If your car is on its last leg, got three different colors on it, maybe you want to consider a paint job. You know what I'm saying? So if it's just a normal car, it doesn't matter. How to respond to a gift that you don't like? Well, nice, nasty. If you're gonna do it in a feminine way, let's say he got you some earrings you don't like or something. You'll be like, "Oh, these are very interesting. I've never seen anything like this before. Wow, thank you so much." But don't smile when you say thank you. I will always cherish them. Body language. That means I will never wear them. That means I will cherish them in private. They're interesting. I've never seen anything like I don't what basically what you're saying is what is this ugly piece of crap? I guess it's thought that counts. So I'm gonna keep it in private. But I ain't never gonna wear it. That's how you do that. And then he's like, well, why don't you put it on? It's like, oh no, I have these on right now, and these don't really match my outfit or any outfits. I mean, they don't really match my outfit. So I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna display them. They're very pretty. They match my bathroom. Yes, but I love them. No, but I love them. You see? But I love them. Now he know you hate them earrings. And he gonna be like, well, if you don't like them, I'll take them back. We can exchange them. I'll take you. You can pick out something. Really? Well, I mean, I guess I could go see what they have. You see? Thank you, Julia. How to test if a guy you met freestyling is a potential. Look him up on Google, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All you got to do is Google his name, network, do the background check, see where he works, see the kind of car he drives, ask him a few questions. You know, do your research because you can't just take people's words for anything anymore. You really got to get on Google, Google that name. Something's going to pop up. Ask him what he does for a living. Look up the average salary of that type of profession, and you know what you're working with. If he uh, if you give him a couple of scenarios of how you need help and he doesn't offer to help you, then he's not one. Okay. So that's how you do that. But yeah, you know, all right. I gotta go though. But thank y'all for watching and hit the thumbs up button if y'all like this video. If y'all saw my little video clip that I uploaded earlier, um, I do have a new editor. She's also over the quote by She Was Seven Instagram. That's her Instagram, and she was so kind to make those clips, and I'm going to upload them on YouTube and share them with y'all on here. And she's also benefiting from that, so that's a good thing. And she's really good at her editing skills. I have more to release. Y'all have probably seen a lot of them already, but she's going to start doing more for the channel, and so y'all can have a good laugh every now and then. So um y'all go support that video because she edits, and I'm going to be doing way more. And if those videos do well, so we'll be working together. She can edit, and then I can upload it for y'all. She'll take these long videos and take out, uh, you know, some keys, but they'll be funny. And you get like a quick little snippet. Okay. Mhm. All right. Oh yeah, Ashura Star is my beauty channel. And I did this look today, and I did. There's some hauls on there. Um, Makeup and a lot of other stuff on there, just more geared towards beauty and hauls and shopping and stuff. Hmm. Thank you. Thank you, humble one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm still going to be doing the long videos, but there's just some extra stuff that's going to be coming. Okay. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.